Hi guys, so I actually recorded this earlier, so sorry if I miss out anything because my memory card decided to delete all of my files, which is really helpful. I'm going to be talking about how I got my hair from purple to blonde, and also kind of a review on colour B4. So if you haven't seen my other video of me going from blue hair to blonde hair, then click here. The way I did it there, my hair was blue. I used a box dye which had a bit of bleach in it to lift out all the colour, so my hair was like white blonde, and then I put an ash dye over it. Whereas this time what I've done is basically just stripped my hair. I've never actually used colour B4 before, I don't think. I have used a hair stripping kit before when I had red hair and it didn't work very well, and I think the reason for that is colour build-up. Colour B4 and general stripping kits are kind of aimed more towards people who have permanently dyed their hair a dark colour. Say you've dyed your hair dark brown and you want it back to a light brown or dark blonde or whatever. Within the box it tells you basically what it does and how hair dye works, so I'm not going to explain this very well, but I'll kind of try and remember because it was a couple of days ago and you can just read it within the box. But basically when you permanently dye your hair, balls of like hair dye come into your hair and then they expand, and that is what like locks them in and makes them permanent. And what colour B4 does is shrink these balls, and then when you wash it out you're washing them all away. So my purple hair wasn't actually a permanent dye. When people say semi-permanent pink, blue, purple, green, orange, red, whatever, that does not necessarily mean that you have it in your hair and then it'll wash out in a couple of washes. Because if your hair is blonde, it is more than likely than it won't. It's more than likely to stick into your hair unless you do something about it. Maybe not the colour, exact colour you want, but it will fade, and that faded colour will stay. I don't know exactly how semi-permanent colour works. I'm not gonna look into it. I am not a hairdresser or a professional or anything like that. I just know things from my own experience. So my hair was purple. I let it fade pretty much as it could. Here's a picture of what my hair looked like when it was like at its most faded. And then you can see my hair now. With colour B4, you are supposed to leave the stuff in for 30 minutes at least, 30 minutes to an hour maximum. And that is what shrinks down the balls of dye. Rinsing is a very important stage, so if you do not own a shower or if you don't have a facility where you can stand up and wash your hair, then you are going to have a sore neck. Or if you are like me and you have a crappy boiler which likes to break all the time and make everything freezing cold after 10 minutes, then you're going to have a bit of an unpleasant experience. So what you're meant to do is leave it in for half an hour to an hour. Rinse your hair for 5 minutes straight. Put in this stuff, which is the buffer. Lather that for a minute, like without water coming down. Then rinse it out for another 5 minutes. And then I think it's something like repeat that process, and you're meant to kind of basically wash your hair up for 20 minutes straight. My hair is not completely even, right? I will give you an overview. At the back it is a lot more pink than it is at the front. I have areas like up here which are a bit blue and things like that. Them areas were most purple. Before, like my hair pretty much faded to grey, almost white, and then them areas were still pink. So I think with them areas, if I'd have left it on for a bit longer and if I'd have been able to wash my hair out for longer, because my water went freezing and I had to get out the shower because it was horrible, then perhaps it would have worked better. But I am not fussed by these little bits. They're kind of like faded streaks. I don't care. So my hair hasn't been washed since the first time I did it. I did it, I say first time, only time. I did it 3 days ago and I'm going to wash it again tonight. So maybe more of the colour will wash out then, I don't know. These colours can easily be bleached out by the sun. The reason I have dyed my hair this colour is because I'm going away on holiday where it will be very warm and sunny, and with purple hair I don't want it to be bleached by the sun, because then it will just kind of be all patchy and it'll fade. Bits will be pink and grey and white and it just won't be very nice. It'll be kind of a waste of hair dye, to be honest, which is why I've done this. So I personally really like colour Beautiful. A downside of it, which some of you might think is nothing, for me would be the price. I swear in every single review I'm ever doing I moan about the price because I am so stingy. It cost £10 a box and I had to use 2 boxes. I did go to Tesco though, where it was a 3 for 2 offer, and my mum wanted hair dye, so good for her. Although, right, I accidentally picked up a semi-permanent hair dye for her, so I went to take it back. They made me pay the difference for the semi-permanent and the permanent because I didn't have the other 2 with me. I'm not going to carry around 3 boxes of hair dye so that I can get 1 box of hair dye. So that was annoying, but I couldn't be bothered to go all the way home to go all the way back to get £1.88 off. I diverse. So, out of this method and the one I did on my blue hair where I pretty much bleached it out and then put ash blonde over it, I prefer this method. It's less damaging to my hair, although Colour Before claims not to damage your hair, it claims not to make it any drier or anything like that. I'm not so sure. When you're putting chemicals and all this crap in your hair, you can never say that it's not damaging your hair. I've gotten really cold coloured and now I look dead. Sorry. Still, I am putting less product on my hair than I did when I was kind of making my hair white and then putting ash blonde over it. So that's all my review and how I went from purple to blonde and stuff like that. I don't know how helpful this video was. I'm really tired and annoyed because of my memory card deleting my videos, because I had another one on there for my other channel which was about 25 minutes long and now I have to re-record that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye!